Welcome to Going Down to South Park, the podcast where we always have ourselves a time, and this week we certainly had ourselves an Awesom-O time. I'm Dando.
And I am Guy. Yes, welcome to a feel-good romp for the whole family. Awesom-O. Incredibly relevant in the year 2025. Who knew?
I feel like this would have been more relevant now than it would have been when it first aired.
Very much the case, yeah.
And I don't think they would have realised, because take me back 20 years ago, were Hollywood execs using AI in any way to sort of come up with ideas, or was it just meant to be, this is so wacky that this will possibly never happen?
To the best of my recollection, 20 years ago, the only mention of AI was AI, Artificial Intelligence, a film by Steven Spielberg, released in the year 2001, I believe.
Still never seen it.
Not a bad movie. A bit of a... Spielberg went through a bit of a funky period in the turn of the century. Yeah, AI is kind of deep and strange and unsettling in a lot of ways. It's really good. It's not necessarily, to use the term again, a feel-good romp for the whole family. It's got ideas in there. And, definitely worth watching. Great performance by Haley Joel Osment. Yeah, he was... the
child star of the late 90s.
The child star of the era.
Yeah. now he's not.
now he's as high as a kite on the ski slopes and dropping slurs left and right.
He is indeed.
Who among us?
But Awesom-O, though, I couldn't really remember the story. I just remember it was just Butters and Cartman, just having a bit of a wacky... This feels very wacky, this episode. It's like almost like a bunch of stuff happening. It doesn't really feel like there's an overall theme to it. But then you get to the end and it's like, we need to sort of... realize that maybe artificial intelligence is real intelligence. And I'm thinking, is this really something you're going for, or is this just meant to be a piss take?
I think this is just, we need to tie all this together.
Yeah.
How can we do that? Okay. Yeah, I mean...
Because that's the South Park formula, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, you're right, and it does feel like a bunch of stuff that happens. It feels like various sort of plot elements. It's like, we can... These aren't crashing into each other. They sort of dovetail. It's not exactly comfortable. It's not exactly smooth, but it works. You
know what it is? We're so used to, I think these days, there's a plot. And usually Cartman is the wacky subplot now. Where this one here, like for example, we had Cartman in Passion of the Jew, where he was like the subplot with the Hitler mockery and blah, blah, blah.
With his baby Hitler.
Shenanigans.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yes, which gets mentioned in this episode, which I want to touch on in just a few moments. But we're so used to that sort of being the side plot, when now this feels like a side plot that just became the only plot. You feel like there could have been an episode where something happens, and on the side, Cartman is tricking Butters into thinking he's a robot, and it gets blown out of proportion, and he has to sort of stay as a robot to save his face.
I get where you're coming from.
Because I just don't know whether it felt like there was a full-length episode here in Awesom-O. As much as I really enjoyed it, it felt like they were stretching it out quite a bit.
Yeah, you're right. It does feel like a fairly thin idea to turn into a whole episode or turn into an A-plot.
Which makes sense, because did you hear that it's the quickest production in the history of the show, 3 days, because these guys were busy in Hawaii for a wedding. Now... I watched this on Plex, right? Sue me, Paramount. Apparently it's not on Paramount Plus anymore, South Park.
Oh, look, we could,
I don't know.
We did a bit about Paramount and all the shenanigans that are going on. They have just intensified over the last week or so. It's not just Parker and Stone anymore. No. It's broken containment.
Yeah.
We could talk about that another time. But,
we will indeed. Maybe we'll talk about it in the mailbag episode.
That's not a bad idea.
But originally this was marketed as being the return of Lemmy-Winks. And then that didn't happen, right? It became the Awesom-O thing. I'm not sure whether Trey and Matt had a big deal in actually making the episode. Well, they must have, because they did the voices and whatnot. But apparently when it first aired, there was a little thing at the start saying, unfortunately, Lemmy-Winks will not be appearing today. Instead, you've got Awesom-O, or whatever it is. I didn't get that on my Plex version. But apparently when it originally aired, because they've been promoting Lemmy-Winks as the trailer for the episode all the way up to it, and then it didn't appear, they had to sort of acknowledge it.
It's interesting. I was watching it on, I guess, the episode that I have on file. Take that as to mean whatever you mean. And it didn't have that Lemmy-Winks thing either. This strikes me, though, as a really interesting creative lesson. Sometimes just go for it. Just go into it with little time for consideration.
Yeah.
Because, as you said, put together very, very quickly, kind of on the fly. Apparently, this is the 5th highest rating episode of South Park on IMDb.
As in
fan favorites.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I don't think it's the best episode. What I did like about it was that the entire episode was essentially Cartman screwing up, because he he's been giving Butters crap for so long now, right? Always, time and time again. And he's just taken it. He's gone one too far this time.
Well,
he couldn't leave it alone, and he's done it. And he was about to come clean. Because
not come clean, yeah, but
this wasn't meant to be a long term. He wasn't meant to be Awesom-O for a long time. It's just meant to be tricking Butters, because he was about to go, well, guess what? Yeah. And then he goes, well, guess what? I've got a video of him dancing to Britney Spears in the backyard. And he's like, oh, well, now I have to stay as Awesom-O. So now he's stuck, and he's got himself in a situation, which is what I think. That's what I enjoyed the most, was all this stuff happening to Cartman. It's his own fault.
It's beautiful karmic payback.
Yeah.
I mean, to quote the title of the previous episode, he's getting F'd in the A.
Yeah.
And deservedly so for all the stuff that he's been doing.
Yeah, and that's one thing I've got in my notes, is that I've realised mostly in this episode here, South Park do a really good job of rewarding their long-term viewers, right? Mm-hmm. Because every episode's great, every episode's funny, entertaining in its own right. But this episode here in particular, where Butters acknowledges, there was that one time where he tricked me into thinking there was a meteor coming in. He made me stay in the bomb shelter for 3 days. And then I think, it's Leanne that mentions, well, he's supposed to be grounded for trying to exterminate the Jews 2 weeks ago. Little comments like that make every episode feel like, oh, it's important. Because if you miss those episodes, you have no idea what they're talking about there, right? So all these things that are happening, yes, it just felt like Cartman was playing a prank on Butters. But all those things had a payoff. And the payoff was this one here, where Butters is like, what he doesn't know is I've got footage of him, and I'm going to get him back this time. So if you watch this episode before you watch the other ones, you wouldn't really get what... It sounds like a funny thing. Oh, he made me hide in the bomb shelter. It's a funny story. Yes. But if you've seen the episode, you're like, so all these things have a payoff. Similar to when Cartman really wanted that $1 million. Remember he kept wanting... He wanted $1 million, wanted $1 million, and then he inherited it and he bought Cartman Land, I think it was.
Was that $10 million?
Whatever it was,
yeah. I know what you mean. But he loves money.
That little arc... It doesn't feel like an arc when you're watching it in real time, but then at the end you go, oh, that was actually an arc that there's now paying off.
Oh, absolutely. Because, yes, he's got all this money that's actually come from his ideas, from his labour, and there's no reward for it.
Yeah, so
it's given away to the poor, which, really is going to hit him right in the sweet spot, right in the heart.
Yeah, and all the times that he's been mean to Butters is now getting the payoff here as well. So this feels like the end of the arc as well. I just love that you don't have to watch every episode.
Not even the end of the arc, but just the continuation of the arc.
You can still enjoy this episode not having seen those ones, but if you've watched those ones as well, this is a reward for you for being a dedicated viewer of the show.
Yeah, you're right in what you say about those things that are mentioned. They could just work as throwaway gags. I mean, that whole thing about, that time he put me in a bomb shelter for 3 days. Like,
I remember that.
Wait, well, you either go, oh, yeah, I remember that episode, or even if you've never seen that episode or weren't aware that it exists, you'd still go, well, of course, that's something Cartman would do. And then when Leanne says, oh, he's grounded for trying to exterminate the Jews, that's a funny joke in itself. Grounded for trying to exterminate the Jews. But then it's like, oh, no, he actually did that, and there was an episode about it. It's funny stuff.
It also...
Sorry,
keep going.
Something that I found quite funny about this, and we'll go to the Adam Sandler bit in a minute. We've already alluded to it.
That's the only thing that was missing was an Adam Sandler voice.
That would have been great. The whole Cartman is a robot, and he's Butters' best friend as a robot. That's essentially an Adam Sandler plot that Cartman would have come up with. You know the movie Funny People with Sandler and...
that's a really good movie.
Yeah.
It always feels like a reflection of where he was in his career at that point.
Oh, yeah absolutely. I think you've got a lot of people in that sort of reckoning with where they're at, both, whether it's Apatow, who's behind the camera, or Sandler, who's in front of it, Seth Rogen as well. One of the things I remember most from it is that Sandler's got this... he's a big star, he's a movie star, he's got this house that's got these posters all over the wall of the movies that he's been in. They did a really good job with making them look as authentic as possible, but they look just like absolute dreck. They look like the worst movies. It's like, I think one of them, Sandler's like a baby or something, but it's got...
Adam Sandler is
a baby. I do want to talk about the whole Sandler Schneider thing as well.
Yeah.
But there's one that I remember that actually has they got Owen Wilson's likeness, and it's... I think the movie's called My Best Friend is a Robot or something. And it's Sandler, and it's...
My best friend is...
Yeah, a robot. And it's at Owen Wilson's head, but like on a spring. Like boing. It's like it's malfunctioning or whatever. That's Awesom-O, essentially. So, this appears very simple and very straightforward. And I'm not going to say slapdash, but as you said, it was put together very, very quickly. There's a lot going on in it. It's very, very well constructed. I mean, it's almost like Parker and Stone at this stage are operating on muscle memory. They know how to tell good stories. the sons of bitches, no story structure. So yeah, that's really great.
That is also the joke in a sense that when the executives first see Awesom-O, it's like, you think of what I'm thinking, and obviously you think this is the movie. It's a boy and his robot. And he's like, we can reprogram him to think of new movie ideas. Exactly. As we were touching on earlier though, right? So the AI aspect of this. Mm-hmm. This feels so much more relevant now than it would have been 20 years ago, as we were saying, because companies are literally doing this now. Studios are literally getting AI and going, what do audiences want? They're using robots. They're using their own version of Awesom-O. Yeah. What movie should we make? And they're making it. And people are going, I'm not sure this is exactly what we want.
It's what we want, but we want good versions of this. The thing about show business is it's always been a gamble. It was founded by hustlers and gamblers and risk takers. And the best stuff has always been, we're not 100% sure if this will work.
Because now it's like, as I said, Awesom-O, what's a guaranteed hit?
Yes.
Yeah. We just want to make something we know is going to make our money back, as opposed to, this is a gamble. It could go really well, or it will just fail terribly.
Rewinding a little bit from, where we're at now with AI and, sort of using it to generate ideas and generate, sort of risk-free ideas. I think things got a bit sort of off the rails when tech companies started to enter the entertainment sphere, like Apple and like Amazon, that are very sort of driven by analytics and that kind of thing. You look at the movies that they put out that have their name on it, and they're generally, it's like, what if we put John Cena and Idris Elba in...
John Cena, please, Cena.
What did I say, Cena?
Cena. You always say Cena. It's fine.
My apologies, John, who could snap me into kindling. What if we put John Cena and Idris Elba as they are the Prime Minister and the President of, and they hate each other, but
or something.
They have to work. I love that, or something. That feels very data driven, doesn't it? I mean, it also feels like something that you'd come up with, when you're watching a dumbass action. It was like, it'd be really great, if you put this guy in there and they had, it can work. But then there's not a whole lot that sort of goes on beyond that. I mean, look, I haven't seen Heads of State now on Amazon Prime, but everything feels kind of, here's 2 stars, here's a concept, go make it happen. Now, you could easily say that about so many movies over so long, but a lot of those have been forgotten. The ones that are really remembered generally have sort of an element of risk or unpredictability about them. Rocky. No one wanted Sylvester Stallone to play the lead in Rocky. He wrote the script. They offered him all this money. They offered him so much money, and he was broke, flat on his ass. He said, we'll give you all the money in the world, but you can't play Rocky. No, I'm Rocky. You take it with me or nothing else. What happens?
Yeah.
You get Rocky. You get Sylvester Stallone. You get Sylvester Stallone for the next 50 years.
You get decades of action star,
Star Wars, everyone's looking at it going, I don't know, man, this seems kind of weird.
We're not making toys for this thing, Jesus.
Yes, exactly. Everything that has staying power, everything that has staying power has some degree of risk to it. Yeah, so
and South Park's the same.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so it's a great lesson for anyone who's even vaguely creative. Just make it.
Yeah.
You may fail, but what's that old saying? It's like, what if I fail? Yeah, but what if you fly?
Mm. What were your favourite moments from the episode?
I generally enjoyed this episode from beginning to end. So, I mean, it was tough picking out bits that really stood out for me.
Yeah.
But I do love it when they're deep in the Butters Awesom-O relationship and the kids come over and Kyle tries to sort of fuck with Cartman a little bit.
Celery sticks, yeah.
Make me celery sticks, cut
2 inches length.
2 inches, peanut butter, raisins on top. And I think what Cartman says.
Suck my balls.
Suck my balls. But after that, he's made in Japan.
Oh, he's so happy about this. He's made in Japan.
Yeah, because I don't think an American robot would do that. But, the Japanese do things differently. He's made in Japan.
There's also I want to touch on the element of everyone seems aware of this situation except for Butters.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like they do a good job of covering for the fact that no one's actually telling him. Because his parents are like, well, it's just good that Butters has a friend who wants to stay over. They're getting along fine. They're doing well. Leave it be.
Yes, and I think during a childhood, everyone has had a friend who sort of like gets too lost in the game, and their parents will go, oh, they're enjoying themselves. Yeah. Okay, let's just let's entertain their delusion.
I did love the uncle though. He takes it really seriously.
Really?
It's the little whisper. Yeah. But also Kyle, Stan and Kenny, you can understand why, especially Kyle and Stan, why they wouldn't tell Butters, because they realize, oh, we can now get Cartman to do what we want.
That's right, yeah.
I did have one question, though.
Yeah.
So the episode starts with Butters eating and the doorbell rings, right? And he's in this box. It requires a crowbar to get out.
Okay, yeah.
He must have an accomplice somewhere. I reckon Kenny's the accomplice. Which other character in South Park would be able to keep quiet about it and would be willing to do this? I feel like Kenny was the Butters before Butters.
I'm glad you went with the answer on this, because I really just asked the question. I've written down here, how did Cartman get himself in that crate?
Yeah.
How did he nail himself into that crate?
I feel like
how did he get delivered to the Stotch household? How did all this happen?
Because Kenny was real quiet when the three boys were there. I feel like Kenny's the accomplice here.
Okay, then. Interesting. Hadn't really considered that part. I was just, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that he's, how did this happen?
Also, the element of, he obviously discussed it with the boys before he did it, because they knew it was Cartman from the get-go. What are you doing, fat ass, is what they say when they answer the door. So they know he's in there. But the episode starts off with just, there's no setup. It's just Cartman is Awesom-O. Do you feel like they originally had a setup and then just cut it for time? Because it just starts off with Cartman as Awesom-O, and the boys just, Kyle in particular, knows it's him straight away.
I get the feeling the boys know Cartman well enough to go, this is the kind of dumbass prank.
And it just looks like Cartman.
It does. Do they ever hear him speak before they say, "What are you doing, fat ass"?
Maybe. I'm not too sure.
Because that's a pretty distinctive voice as well, even if it's putting on the robot voice.
I don't think he did. I think he just answered the door, and Kyle's like, "What the hell? Like, what are you doing? Why are you still here?" Yeah.
Something else I enjoyed. I thought this was a really good sort of throwaway line, but when the military gets involved, and you've got the first of all, I really enjoyed any time the scientist was referred to as Mr. Scientist.
I'm glad. I'm like, Guy would love this. You're paid to think, Mr. Scientist.
That's the line. You're paid to think. National security is our business. Yeah. So I was like, it's implied. It's like, well,
he's thinking.
Thinking's your thing. We'll just act. We'll just react. Yeah. So I thought that was great. Are you by any chance a pleasure model is very, very funny.
I really like the delivery every time. Weak, lame.
Oh, I didn't have it as one of my favorite moments, but yeah, all those little asides was great. Just the first time that when Cartman's about to reveal himself and goes, ha ha ha, I've got you, and but I know something about Eric Cartman. What? Yeah, very good. Pleasure model was great. And Mr. Scientist before. That little impassioned plea after he's, got a chest full of bullets. He sort of, would a robot have this?
Pulls out his
Would a robot have this? Pulling out all his various organs.
It felt very much like a movie in the end, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I just finished writing this article about Michael Bay for this great website, Crooked Marquee, and did a bit of a Michael Bay revisit on various things. And I'm guessing that Parker and Stone have a love-hate relationship with the work of Michael Bay. I think they really appreciate him as a stylist, but also just, he's the kind of guy who would have, someone saying, Mr. Scientist, or it's a constant dick measuring contest in Michael Bay movies. I mean, what's his name? Jason Isaacs is in Armageddon as like supposedly the smartest man in the world, and one of the military guys is saying, but we've got the head guy from so-and-so on this guy. Well, that guy got a C average, and when he was my roommate at MIT, I'm smarter. It's like, yeah, that's Bay for you.
Is that the one where the guy has the wrench and he bangs on it and he goes, this is how we fix things in Russia or something?
Yeah, oh yeah. Peter Stormare is the Russian guy on the International Space
Station. We do
it
in Russia, or bang.
Yeah. Always very alpha in Michael Bay movies. And I get the feeling Parker and Stone tend to take that and run with it when they're doing things like this. But probably my favourite bit was, and this is all through the episode, I think people have different sort of ideas about Butters. I really like him because he's such a sweetheart and he really sells the friendship in this. Yeah. You get the feeling this kid really needs this. He really needs someone that he can sort of share things with. And, this is the first time we heard about his colon and his
sphincter,
and suppositories and all that kind of sphincter.
That was also another great moment. He made Cartman put the thing in his ass. I honestly threw out. Continue what you're going to say. I'm going to say something else on that.
But when the military comes and abducts Awesom-O,
it felt very much E.T.
It felt, it's like no, it's like I feel really bad for this kid. Imagine that. Yeah. Whether it's your best friend or your robot pal or your alien friend or your dog or whatever, taken out of your life Ow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
And then he sings a song, I had a best friend, a robot friend.
Oh, God, the sadcore version of Robot Friend. Holy moly. I can't believe I'm getting a little misty over Awesom-O, but there you go. So, those were my favourite moments. Tell us about some of yours.
I particularly liked Cartman telling JT to touch his ripe titties.
Oh.
Come and touch my titties. I have such ripe titties.
By the way, we do the movie guide with Malton and Davis, and on our last episode, I introduced a new segment called "You Had to Be There," and I think particularly the
Brittany and JT,
not the last line of this episode, but maybe the second last line of this episode. It's like, you had to be there.
Yeah, they've used that word a lot. Yeah.
They do, yeah,
and they use the R word in this one as well.
I miss that.
Yeah, I think he calls this scientist because the scientist is like, "Oh, he's a robot, thinks he's real." And he's like, I am real, you R word.
Oh, okay.
And you're like, oh, it's that word again.
Okay. So, well, you had to be there.
Yeah, had to be there indeed. Yeah, I also liked, so when he's giving ideas, he's pitching these Sandler ideas, and one guy goes, "Can you give us another one?" He goes, "Yeah, we want to hear it."
Oh, yeah, that. Oh,
it's just that exciting.
What do we call that voice? I mean, we can't.
It's just exciting.
South Park excitement.
Yeah, we want to hear it.
Yeah. Because Parker will occasionally throw that into songs as well. Yeah. Oh, it's you've got to inhale. You've got to inhale. Yeah. We want to hear it. Yeah. I love to imagine Trey Parker like in college or even in high school, just putting on that. That's his funny voice.
That's his karaoke song.
Yeah. But whenever you sort of want to, just crack up your mates, you sort of go, "You're looking real good over there, buddy." Everyone's just going, Trey.
All right, trivia time. My first question for you is: how many kids had Butters told before he called Dougie?
Oh gosh,
because you're the something person I've spoken to.
Is it 20th?
Fourth. So 3 people.
Okay,
yeah. I wonder if they're the three. I wonder if he told Kenny, Stan, and Kyle, and that's how they knew.
And then they probably did a little bit of telephone around. Ron was going, Cartman's up to some shit.
Yeah.
What is the movie that Butters and Awesom-O go to see together?
Oh, that's my next question. The Prince and Me.
It's The Prince and Me, which I think is an actual movie.
I was going to Google that and I didn't. I think it's The Prince of Egypt. The Prince and Me.
I think it stars Julia Stiles of 10 Things I Hate About You.
It does indeed. And Luke Mabley as Eddie. Ben Miller. James Fox, and Yanni King. The Prince and Me. Here's the description. College student Paige Morgan finds herself falling for Eddie, an annoying classmate. However, everything changes when she finds out he is of royal lineage.
I think there was another movie like that around the same time. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Doesn't feel like a Julia Stiles story. Julia Stiles to me feels like she's too tough for that kind of role.
That's right. She does feel a bit sort of, well, I'm going to, graduate uni first before I, fall for some soppy prince.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have. I'm going to find one more for you quickly here.
How about we do a little Jeopardy thing where I give you the answer and you give me the question?
Okay. Well, I've also got one question for you as well. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Well, first of all, you give me a question.
All right, then. So, what tour do they take and where do they take it? Butters and Awesom-O. They're taking a tour.
Well, it's at the Galaxy Studios.
It's supposed to be Universal Studios, yeah. And it's at Paramount Studios.
It's Catamount.
Catamount Studios.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I just like that they're taking the Jaws ride.
That's right.
Which is no longer there. They literally got rid of the Jaws ride at Universal Studios, and everyone's like, "What are you doing?"
That's the key feature. Even if it looks a bit sort of old hat now, it's like, no, this is when you think Universal Studios, you think of, you're on the little tour bus and Bruce the Shark comes out.
So Jaws ride, when did it close? It's in Japan. It's still there. In 2012, they closed it down. Yeah, I think that's to make way for the Harry Potter land or something.
Because it's made in Japan.
The attraction officially closed on January 2nd, 2012 at 9 p.m. with Michael Skipper giving the final voyage to the last 48 guests. By the next morning, the entire Amity area was walled off and completely demolished in the following months. So sad. You know what? Yeah. 50, it's the 50th anniversary now. Do you know how much bank they would have been making right now?
God, yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. Bunch of boomers, Gen X, older millennials. Be like, let's go see the shark.
Yeah.
This used to be my playground.
And they try to get rid of the ET ride because that's the only thing from the original Universal that's still there. And there was just huge uproar. And I'm like, okay, then we won't get rid of it.
I was about to say.
Don't get rid of the ET ride.
Stop erasing history.
It's the ET ride. Stop knocking it down to put another freaking 3D, what are they called? The virtual reality rides and stuff. All these
boring.
All the rides now aren't roller coasters. They are, you sit in the seat and you put glasses on and you're watching a movie. I'm like, that's not a ride. That is not a ride. Every theme park should have one of those. Everything else, get on something and go for a ride.
This may be anathema to the modern generation, but you know what's better than virtual reality? Reality.
But yeah, so the Jaws ride was a little bit of a shout out here. I appreciated it.
I knew you would.
Yeah.
I've got a few more questions. How about I ask you one?
Yes, go for it.
What brand of toothpaste does Cartman eat at Aunt Nellie's
What
house?
about the Jeopardy? You're getting me a Jeopardy one.
Oh, but
You're gonna get there. Okay.
We'll
What brand of what was it?
what brand of toothpaste does Cartman eat at Aunt Nellie's
Oh,
house?
what does he eat? I'm not too sure. What was it?
That's a trick question. It just says toothpaste.
Oh, okay then. What kind of question is that?
A trick question. Okay then. All right. Jeopardy question for
Yeah.
you.
Do.
The answer is Adam Sandler is on a tropical island and he falls in love with a coconut or something.
It's just what idea did you pitch?
What number idea is it, do you think?
Oh, what number idea? It was 2000 something, wasn't it?
Close. You're there.
2,800 something. What was it?
2,305.
305. I do know that he pitched 1,000 movies and 800 of them started Adam Sandler.
Yes.
Was it Adam Sandler burnout at this point in time? Because when did this originally air?
This aired in 2004, right?
Yeah. Well, okay.
I looked up our man's IMDb.
This was about the Zohan era, wasn't it, and stuff, and Jack and Jill, and everyone was like, dude, just
No, this is sort of predates that.
Okay.
You're starting to get into... Sorry, guys.
Because, yeah, Mr. D's in 2003 or 2002.
Okay, well, let's go from 99.
Yeah, Big Daddy.
Yeah, Big Daddy. 2000, Little Nicky.
That was when it first started going, oh, I'm not really sure about this.
Yeah. Makes a comeback with Mr. Deeds, which I think did quite well. That's in 2001. He's also got...
Was that one? Wow, okay.
Yeah. No, sorry, my mistake.
That was 2002 or 3, that one.
Yeah, no, nothing in 2001. He's got supporting roles or is working behind the scenes on Joe Dirt for David Spade and The Animal for Rob Schneider is The Animal. Yeah, 2002, you got Punch Drunk Love, which sort of establishes his serious bona fides, working with my man P.T. Anderson. Also, there's Mr. Deeds, which I think did quite well. He's also got something to do with Dana Carvey's The Master of Disguise.
Oh.
But if you look at all those, and then what else is there? In 2003, you've got Anger Management, and when is Click?
Click was 2008, I reckon. 2007.
No, Click was 2006. Okay.
Okay.
So you've got a lot of very high concept things in there.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's like, what if we teamed Adam Sandler with Jack Nicholson, and Jack Nicholson is his anger management counselor? Yeah. Or it does sound very much like the executives who are like, oh, he's a billionaire? Oh, Punch Drunk Billionaire. Or
Puppy Love.
Yeah, Puppy Love. But yeah, Adam Sandler inherits a lot of money, Mr. Deeds. Adam Sandler is the son of Satan, Little Nicky. Yeah. Even if you liked and respected Adam Sandler, you'd still be going, these do feel like Adam Sandler is a ka-ching.
And if you can't afford Sandler, you get Schneider.
And yes, yeah, very much the case. So yeah, I mean, it's a fairly, it's not especially brutal. I don't think they're taking down Sandler so much as they're taking down studios who are like, well, we need a sure thing. Sandler?
I never felt like they were mocking Sandler, because if they wanted to mock Sandler, they would have had Sandler in this and mocked him.
Yeah, they would have actually done the like the Schneider mock trailers and say Adam Sandler is because that kind of always indicates you guys just want slop, don't you? And Adam Sandler's going to make slop for you.
How can you dislike Sandler? And I feel like South Park are savvy, like Trey and Matt are savvy enough to go, everyone loves Sandler, and it's not just like the casual like. Everyone loves Sandler because he's just a good dude. We're not going to take the mickey out of Sandler. He's like one of the like very few people that you just don't touch, I think.
It's feeling like,
who's going to take the mickey and take the piss out of Sandler? You're destined for failure if you're going to do that.
Yeah, I think because you're right. He just seems like a solid dude who does good by his mates as well. Yeah, so no, it would be foolish on their part to do something like that. So they're taking the piss out of unimaginative
the creativity of the executives.
Incurious studio execs who are just like don't want to roll the dice too much.
Little did they realize, I wonder if they wouldn't have, I don't think, at the time. This is 2004. That 21 years later, it's literally AI is now becoming a thing. Like AI is now creating content.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah, and AI is replacing human creativity.
It's really sad.
It is really sad.
And I think everybody feels it and they're not quite sure how to express it just yet.
I've had so many people come to me and say, why don't you just use an AI program to make clips for your podcast? And I go, because I can tell when I'm watching a clip of a podcast, when they've just run it through a generator and it's just thrown the same basic subtitles out, the way it's clipped together, the way it zooms in, zooms out, it just feels the same. It feels lazy to me.
Yeah.
I want people to look at our clips and go, oh, this feels like it's been made by somebody as opposed to just run through a generator. Because I know AI has its purposes, right? But for me personally, as someone who's creative and artist isn't the right word, but someone who loves to create this content for the viewers and for the listeners, I want to know that a human did it and I didn't just run it through a machine.
Oh yeah, you can tell when it's handmade.
Yeah.
So there is this gradual upsurge of something's not right.
Yeah. It's whenever I watched, because I did it once, I run it through the generator just to see what would come out. And I'm going, yeah, it's probably found the right clips, but it doesn't look and feel like it's been spliced together correctly.
Yeah, we used to be very, very aware of the uncanny valley, as it's called. Yeah, it's like, I can tell you're trying to be human, but yeah, you're not there yet. We're getting closer to that, but we can still tell. Maybe not up here, but certainly in here, in your heart. You can feel it. And you're not happy about it. Yeah, so whether or not there's going to be backlash against that, or we all just surrender and turn into those big fat people from Wall-E.
Oh, that's where we're going.
I imagine so.
Yes.
But, Dando and here are going to, well, Dando especially, but, we'll be here fighting the good fight.
We will, especially for these people, the Cheesy Poofs.
Cheesy Poofs.
Indeed. Starting with the incredible Katie G with her $100 support. Thank you so much, Katie G, for always keeping the lights on here at Going Down to South Park.
Keeping that wolf from the door.
Mm-hmm. Also, we have shout-outs for Glenn Gomez, Justin Parker, Zach Pruitt, Shani Macca, Elliot J. O'Neill, Isabella Murphy, Rach Beasley, Stephen Roberts, Sean Deavy, Pete Anderson, Timothy Belson, Andrew Davis, Kevin Dental Plan Flood, Bella Winterbank, Jack McFadden, Heath Appleby, Adrit McLeod, Mark Trelevin, Ginger and Pickle, Preston Murray, Talia Enriquez, Declan Phoenix, Brian McCoy, Logan B, James Shepard, Joe Reedensek, Dave Pretzels McNally, Gavin Lang, Demi Miller, and Charlie Joe. Thank you for being Cheesy Poofs here at Going Down to South Park. Remember, if you want to get your name read out on the show, you got to be a supporter of ours on Patreon, where you get access to over 100 hours of bonus podcasts from your pals Dando and Guy.
Yes, indeed. Be like those Cheesy Poofs.
And if you have joined the family this month, but not on the top tier, you'll get your name read out on next week's mailbag episode. So stay tuned for that. Indeed. All right. So the original air date of this episode, Mr. Davis, was April 14th, 2004.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do the box office. It's the thing I do these days, isn't it?
It is.
What did I say? April 14th, 2004?
That sounds about right.
What do you reckon was number one at the US box office?
Oh, man, that's 21 years ago.
Yeah.
I barely remember what happened yesterday.
2004. All right.
Can't we just get AI to tell us?
Number one is once again The Passion of the Christ. It's like it's gone from number 5 back to there was 5 last week, and now it's number 1 again.
Oh yeah.
What happened? How did it go down to number 5 and back to number 1?
Well, you know who the ultimate comeback kid is? Jesus.
Yeah, that is true.
Can't keep a good man down.
Last week we had Hellboy at number 1. It's now number 2, and last week at number 4, it's now number 3. Is Home on the Range, the CGI film? Or was it
animated?
Was it the last hand-drawn animated film or something along those lines?
I thought that was Princess and the
Frog was the last Disney one. Home on the Range is not. Home on the Range was something, the last something, right? Home on the Range was the last, and we'll see what comes up. Was the last traditionally animated Disney film released in theaters until The Princess and the Frog 2009.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I knew there was something. Yeah.
So not the last.
The last one until they
did the last.
They're like, we're getting rid of it. We're getting rid of hand drawn, and they're like, we better make one more.
We can't.
We'll make one more. We can't go out of Home in the Range.
We can't go out on Home in the Range. Yeah. Which is. What's it about? I mean, I'm guessing it's about farmyard animals.
Well, it says here, first of all, whilst it was not the last traditionally animated Disney film overall, Winnie the Pooh was later, it marked the end of an era for theatrical releases. Okay. So the last one released in theaters. The film was released in 2004 as the 45th film. So Home on the Range, I'll tell you what it was about. I put it on for the kids once, and they got about 20 minutes in, and they're like, nah.
This ain't it, Chief.
Nah. So 3 determined cows decide to save their farm from a greedy outlaw after he plans to conquer it. Stars, Judi Dench, Jennifer Tilly, Estelle Harris, Randy Quaid, Charlie Dell, Steve Buscemi, Patrick Warburton, Joe Flaherty?
Flaherty, yeah.
Flaherty, yeah. Good cast. No, like, young stars, though. They're all older. All the cows must have been older people, older voices.
Just imagine the kids at home. Can we go see that new animated movie? I hear Dame Judi Dench has got doing a voice.
Estelle Harris. George's mum.
Come on, it's got Buscemi.
The guy with the lipstick. He was always, to me, the guy with the lipstick when I was a kid. And the scary guy in Con Air.
Oh, yeah. Garland Green.
Yeah, that scene when he's with the girl. You were old enough, because I was only a kid, right? I didn't really remember it too much. But when you were old enough to understand like what he was known for in the film, and then he's there with the little girl, were you sitting there going,
oh no.
Were you worried? Or were you like, this kind of film isn't going to go that far?
I was of a mind. I don't think they're going to go for it, but I appreciate them trying to get us on the hook that way.
Because you're looking at it, you're like, oh shit. She doesn't know what's coming.
Yeah. It had a nicely black sense of humor, Con Air. Yeah. So
but what that moment does is it somehow gives this horrific figure heart.
Oh yeah.
Because he's like, he's just being nice to this girl. There is a human in there somewhere. Yeah. We should review Con Air for the movie guide.
Maybe we should.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk to our pal Leonard Maltin tomorrow.
Our pal Leonard Maltin. We should get him on to review his episode, right? We need to do like a full-length review of it. We need to get that. Because he talked about it once on another podcast where he was like, I didn't know about it. I didn't really appreciate it at the time, but you can't stop them from doing it.
Indeed. Okay, well, let's...
Leonard Maltin.
Let's run it past our man and see what he has to say.
Let's see what he has to say indeed. And also check out the Movie Guide podcast with Maltin and Davis, available now wherever you find your podcasts.
It's podcasts everywhere. You know where to find them.
Yes. So as I said, originally aired April 14th, 2004.
So wait a minute. Passion of the Christ, Home on the Range. Was there another one?
Yeah, Hellboy was number 2.
Oh, you said Hellboy.
Yeah, Hellboy was number 2.
Funny that Hellboy went up against Passion of the Christ in the battle for the top spot.
And guess who won?
Our man, JC.
Yeah. Written and directed by Trey Parker.
Friend of the pod.
Episode kicks off with Butters just having some food. Don't really know what he's eating, but it's
cereal?
Probably. The doorbell rings, and it's a huge package from Japan.
It was one to have a huge package.
Yeah. I love that he's written Konnichiwa on it.
Oh, yeah.
And it just says from Japan.
But that Konnichiwa, that's just the added touch of authenticity.
Of Cartman, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, It's like, well, of course it's come from Japan. They didn't write hello. They wrote hello in their language.
And he says, well, it can't be a birthday present because that's not till September 11th. I thought, that's an interesting joke to make.
Yes. I was a little... Okay. Well, let's just roll with it.
Yeah. He eventually opens it with the crowbar and out walks Awesom-O, a robot sent from Japan to be his personal robot. You're my robot? He says, I will be your new best friend. And Butters is just over the moon with this, as you would be.
Well, first of all,
he's so innocent and gullible, he would believe this.
And so clearly longing for a friend that who gave me this? Who sent this to me? Why me? Why have I got this? No, just buys in instantly. It's kind of beautiful in a way.
Butters, the character, I wouldn't say he's Ralph Wiggum. I wouldn't say he's a Milhouse. He's somewhere in between, where he's not on the dumbed down level of Ralph, but he's also not cool enough, because Milhouse isn't cool, but I feel like Milhouse is cooler than Butters, and Milhouse isn't quite as gullible. Milhouse will go along with something because he's more of more pathetic. He's not necessarily gullible, Milhouse.
Yeah.
Butters, you just can't help but just want to hold his hand, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's so innocent.
It's odd saying this about an actual child, but he's childlike. I mean, he's got, when you say someone is like, oh, they're childlike, these are the kinds of qualities that you usually say when you're saying that in a positive way. It's like open-hearted, imaginative, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I love the little guy.
Well, I guess it's because in the South Park universe, he's the one that feels like, I wouldn't say a normal kid. Normal's not the right word, but he feels like a down-to-earth average child. He's not doing crazy stuff like Cartman, and Stan and Kyle feel a bit beyond their years. Kenny's a real misfit. He's seen some shit. You know what I mean? He's been through hell. So Butters just feels like, what would happen if you got a kid from the real world and just plucked him into South Park?
Who occasionally, as we had on the Raisins episode, will surprise you with his insight into human nature.
Yeah. Still one of the most powerful moments in the history of South Park, that one.
Love it.
Yeah. So basically here he's been bragging to his friends, called Dougie. He said, oh, I can't believe it. They all can't believe it. Cartman is just laughing inside. He's like, I've got this kid. I've got him. And Awesom-O says, Butters, you should tell me all your secrets because I won't tell anybody. And he's got is it heshiated colon?
Which is apparently not a real thing.
It's not. Okay. I was going to Google it and I thought...
Well, no, if you do Google it, everything that comes up are just pictures of Butters.
Okay.
There's no sort of medical journals talking about a heshiated colon or anything like that. It's just like, no, this is a medical condition that Parker and Stone made up for this particular episode.
And he just can't control his sphincter. And hearing Butters say the word sphincter is just so It's so adorable. My sphincter. I can't control my sphincter.
Well,
it's also very... You feel sad for Butters because he's being so open here.
Oh, goodness, yeah. Yeah, this is something he's been clearly wanting to share with someone.
Yeah.
When you have embarrassing secrets like this, the longer they stay inside you, the more they sort of fester. It's like an infected wound.
This is me. I've mentioned this on the podcast before. My two best mates when I was a kid, Meaty and Jonesy, right? I remember the first time I told them that I was a bedwetter because I went to bed till I was about 10 or 11 years old. So, and that was that's why I didn't go to school camps, wouldn't sleep in friends' houses. But if I slept at their houses, I would have the little... like a little mat you'd have under the sheet, blah, 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 and their parents knew that kind of thing. But knowing that there's some people I've got friends out there that know, and they're not telling anybody. It was very special. So when I was watching Butters come clean here, I'm like, yes, this is just funny saying the word sphincter. It's meant to be a joke. But there are kids out there that have things wrong with them, and they just need that one friend that they can tell. So they feel like, oh, it's not just my personal secret. I'm not weird.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, it's funny. It sort of ties into this.
Yeah.
You're finding in the modern age that a lot of people are confiding in ChatGPT or in chatbots.
Really?
Yeah, they will sort of say, I feel really lonely or I feel really inadequate. And yeah, one of the positive things, but also maybe one of the negative things about AI is that it will tend to have a bit of an attaboy mode.
It's always the same thing.
It's always kind of like, no, you're doing great. Or, everyone feels this way. And
unless it's Grok.
Well, unless Grok's like, nut up, wimp. But, some people do need that as a bit of a quick fix. It's like, oh, okay, I'm not alone in feeling this way. But it can be so easy to get reliant on that.
Yeah.
And it's no replacement for, as we said, reality.
Sometimes you need to get a kick up the ass to do something.
Oh, yeah, sometimes you need someone to say...
You're not as special as you think. You're never going to be as special as you want to be. Just deal with this and deal with the cards you've got.
You're fucking up a little. So, you might want to change, you might want to adjust your course a little bit.
This is partially a you problem.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, it'd be great. I imagine you could probably program your AI, or you could ask it to say, look, be 100% honest with me using your capabilities and using what you know about me. What am I doing wrong? How can I fix it? But, some people are going to want the quick fix. They're going to want that unjagged little pill that goes, you're doing all right. Just, don't be so hard on yourself. And sometimes that's helpful, absolutely. But, I find it really interesting that that's a thing that exists, and it sort of ties into this as well, to this episode.
Yeah, and that AI is basically Awesom-O.
Essentially, yeah.
We all would love to have this, especially 20 years ago, this little companion that would just...
And here's the thing. Got it in your pocket.
Yeah. Like, I don't think this episode gets enough credit, right?
Oh, no.
But the more you talk about it, the more you dive into it, you're like, this is actually, like, so relevant in 2025.
Oh, yeah. There were so many... They weren't everywhere, but there were a lot of sort of prescient things about that. I mean, you've seen the movie Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, with Stallone and Snipes. Yeah.
And the moment, yeah.
But there's just a little scene in that where you've got some guy who goes up to, they don't really have phone booths anymore, but he goes up to like a booth on the street and he's saying, oh, I just feel really down about myself. There's nothing special about me. And the computer in the booth says, you're a special person who inspires feelings of joy in everyone around you. It's like just giving him a little ego boost. It's like, we're all doing that now. Or maybe not all of us, but certainly a fair few of us are doing that. I hate to trot out the old lines like, we're more connected than ever, but we're more disconnected than ever. I heard someone actually say that on a podcast the other day. I'm like,
in seriousness?
Kudos to you, buddy. Coming up with that original thought. That was mean. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Because, cliches become cliches because they're true, right? Which is in itself a cliche. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, but this is where Bartman, do the Bartman. So they should somehow make that
Imagine if Parker and Stone sort of turned it on themselves like, they're not going to sell out completely, but it's like, if we were to sell out, this is what we do. Do the Cartman.
Yeah. But he tells him that he poops his pants sometimes, and he mentions that he has to take this medicine, a little suppository that goes in his rectum, and mentions how his parents don't know that there's this boy at school named Cartman who picks on him here. And Cartman's he's just loving it. He's like, this is great. This kid has no idea that I've tricked him again. He's such an idiot. But it all backfires in a moment, doesn't it?
I just love that line. That's very interesting. Tell Awesom-O more secrets. By the way, this is something interesting. I don't know if we've already sort of gone past this bit, but Butters talks about how, I guess he was tricked by Butters or something.
Tricked by Cartman.
Tricked by Cartman, sorry. Did I say Butters was tricked by Butters?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, Freudian slip, perhaps. Yeah, Butters was tricked by Cartman, particularly when Cartman got on the phone and pretended to be Butters, called his dad a pussy.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Came back and beat me.
And my dad beat me.
And you're like, oh,
A
shit.
little later down the line, Cartman, as Awesom-O misbehaves or disobeys or something, Butters gives him a slap. It's like, oh, the cycle of violence continues.
yeah.
Now,
maybe know I did this because I love you.
Yes, indeed. Maybe I'm digging a little too deep here, but I don't know, man. Interesting.
But Butters, there's some issues in that household.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, you see it, sort of rise to the surface a little later on, in certain episodes. I think the episode's called Butters Bottom Bitch, where he becomes a pimp.
Yes.
Yeah.
You love that, don't you?
I just love that one. We're gonna have so much fun talking about it. Yeah, but I just found that very interesting. That first of all, I just wrote down, oh wow, Cartman's dad beat it. I mean, sorry, I'm mixing up these two, but
Butters dad, yeah,
because they've become so close. Wow, Butters' dad beat him. Gnarly.
Yeah, because we didn't see that. I think that's a little extra. It's like because did we hear him get beaten? I think we did hear him get beaten.
It just seems like an dysfunctional household.
Yeah, well, his dad, remember he was sneaking out to go to the gay clubs and stuff?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, and his mum's just...
She tried
to kill herself, remember? And then Butters was in the car. She was going to...
Oh, God, I'd sort of memory hold that episode.
No, she didn't try to kill herself. Didn't she just try to kill Butters? Didn't she put Butters in the car and then drive off the cliff?
I think so, yeah. It's into the river or the lake or something.
That was dark, man.
Oh, boy. Oh. This whole Awesom-O storyline seems relatively calm and peaceful in comparison.
Yes, but he basically here's where he mentions that one day he's going to get back at Cartman because little does he know he's got footage of him. He knows something about him. He knows a secret about him. And there's a little bit here, right? When he says he knows his secrets, Awesom-O's head tilts slightly, right? You can't see Cartman's face, but just the way it's animated, you know exactly what expression is on Cartman's face. He's like, what? And Butters mentions the Britney Spears footage with the JT cutout. And he says if Cartman never messes again with him, he's going to show the footage to everybody. And Awesom-O, should I refer to him as Cartman as Awesom-O? It's like Awesom-O says, where is the footage so I can back it up? And Butters is like, no, I don't need to back it up. I'm not going to lie. When I was watching this episode, at that moment, I thought that Butters had clued in here and knew that it was Cartman. Okay, and he made this, or he knew about it, but he made up the footage aspect of it. And for the entire episode, he was just taking the mickey out. I thought that the rug pull at the end was going to be
that he's playing
I
the
got
long
you,
game.
Yeah. But it wasn't it.
Yeah, I think it would run counter to just the
Butters the character,
innocence of Butters, as you said. Yeah,
that's more of a evil mastermind Cartman deal, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, but then we get the montage here, to the tune of Harry Nilsson's Girlfriend, right? Yeah. I want to just throw some love out to Harry Nilsson, right? What a fucking songwriter.
Oh, God, yeah.
Holy shit, some of his Without You. Mm-hmm. So that's, for those of you at home who don't know what it is, just YouTube or Google Harry Nilsson's like Without You, Coconut, you put the lime in the coconut. He made that song.
Oh, yeah.
He did the cover of Everybody's Talking.
About.
Yeah. What a song. One, which was covered by John Farnham as well. Mm-hmm. He was the Beatles' favorite American artist. He's just an absolute legend. But this song here, I'm watching this montage and I'm going, this just feels like a 1970s sitcom, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's because it was. It literally was. So this was the theme. So the song Girlfriend was turned into Best Friend and used for the courtship of Eddie's father.
People haven't told you about my best friend.
And you watch him like, this just feels like a sitcom intro, the way it was animated, the way it looked.
Oh,
and that's literally, the intro is just the guy and his son just hanging out being best friends. And I was like, I love this. I wish there was more of this on television now. I wish there was a show out there which was just wholesome and didn't give a fuck what people thought. It was just wholesome for the sake of wholesome because I feel like the world needs something like that now.
It really does, doesn't it?
I feel like people will embrace it. They'll embrace the fact that, you know what? This show, as goofy and as lame as it is, it's just nice.
They probably exist. They're probably, somewhere on, commercial TV or free-to-air TV.
Yeah.
As I said before,
just something you can whack on with the kids and just know that you're going to be safe for the next 22 minutes and just have an enjoyable message. Just almost like a Full House aspect.
That show probably exists. It's Bluey.
Yeah.
There's a reason that Bluey has become as successful as it has.
Yeah.
Not just with kids, but with parents as well are saying,
I can relate to this.
Yeah, I'll occasionally sit in and watch a bit of Bluey. Because how long's each episode? About 6 minutes or so.
7 or so minutes.
Yeah, designed for short attention spans of the 21st century, but also
Bluey is the Simpsons of today.
But also that wholesome, pure content that I think people are really longing for. I think there's a reason that it is successful as it is because of that. One last thing about Harry Nilsson, though. One song you didn't mention. Hopefully, listeners and viewers out there, you are familiar with the Martin Scorsese movie Goodfellas. Yeah. There's a scene near the end where Ray Liotta is coked out of his mind, completely paranoid, going throughout his day, trying to sell silencers and guns while he's got the pasta sauce cooking. Convinced there's a police helicopter following him. It's got a fantastic song that just ramps up the paranoia. It's Harry Nilsson's "Jump Into the Fire." Brilliant song. Yeah. Nilsson. What a lord!
I had no idea he'd written all these songs. I'm like, wait, this one, and this one, and this one, and this one.
I didn't know about one. I knew about Everybody's Talking, and I knew particularly about Without You.
It's a song.
Dana said, check it out.
If living is without you, I can't
if you're
live.
In any state of emotional fragility, do not.
No, it's almost like love hurts. Don't put that on. Never put that on. Don't do it. Don't do it. Without You. But such like Lime and the Coconut and Without You, two completely different songs.
Yeah. Nilsson, good guy.
Yeah, but this tell you about my robot friend. And again, this doesn't feel like a piss take. This feels like an homage. This feels like Trey and Matt are acknowledging this guy was a genius, and we are paying tribute to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think for mine, it walks that very, very fine line. Where it's like this could be terribly, terribly schmaltzy, but also
in a fun way,
awfully catchy. Yeah. Sometimes you need a little schmaltz in your life, and I think the respect that they have for it, or the admiration they have for it, or whatever, is indicated by the fact that they reprise it
3 times
in this episode, and in different sort of not in different modes, but as I said, you get the sadcore mode.
Yeah,
still works. In fact, works even better.
It does. Yeah, emotional impact. But the scene that we're watching, the montage, is just everyone confused. Why is Butters hanging out with this robot?
What? Yeah.
The boys know it's Cartman, but we haven't seen them yet. So at this point, I'm going, do they know that that's Cartman? What's the go here?
Or not even. Well, I guess that's the joke in terms of this is plainly a boy in cardboard boxes.
Yeah. I'm like, why does he think this is a robot? It's cardboard. Yeah.
But it goes back to Butters needs that connection.
Yeah,
he'll take it any way he can get it.
As we said, because Butters' parents here, they're glad that he's playing robot, and I love it. Leave it to them to find a fun way to do the dishes. their creativity or whatever. Their what's the word?
Imagination.
Imagination. That's the one. Yeah. I'm like, it starts with I, but I can't think of it. It's not integrity, but they're aware though that it's Cartman, and I think the best bit is that Cartman doesn't realize that everyone else knows. Like the parents don't know and things like that. He thinks he's playing along. But he's going to stay the night because he doesn't have a mum. And just playing along. He's going to be staying the night with Butters. Butters is now brushing his teeth, and Awesom-O asks for the video once again, but instead Butters says he needs help to put the medicine into his anus.
Oh boy.
And he's like, oh, I can't do that. And then eventually, weak. Weak is so good. And then puts it in there. Slide it right. Yeah, that's it. Nice and deep. Yeah.
Oh golly.
Doesn't sound like fun medicine, does it? The best part about this too is that Cartman has no other option. Like, this is his fault, and it is so deep now, literally deep. Like he just has to do it.
You made your robotic bed, lie in
it. Yeah. So now Butters is teaching Awesom-O some songs in bed, but Awesom-O says he needs to rest his CPU. Then we get a really sweet moment where Butters then just reaches over and hugs him in bed, and I was like, I feel so sorry for this kid.
Oh yeah,
this kid clearly. This was the point where I realized, oh no, he's just an innocent child that thinks he's your best friend now. Yeah. He then wakes up and sees that the room has been turned upside down by Awesom-O, who's looking for the video. He says, what do you think? He's
realigning or redesigning
his room or whatever. But he says his mom's
reorganizing.
His mom's going to be so annoyed, so he has to give him a spanking, just a slight couple of taps on the backside. Yeah. He did it because he loves him, and they go to make breakfast. And then, meanwhile, Butters has now drawn a picture of Awesom-O and Butters playing in a field together, and he goes to get some Sunny Delight. What is Sunny Delight? It's a drink of some kind, obviously, but
I'm guessing it's like a fruit juice.
Sunny Delight does sound like a fruit juice, doesn't it? Yeah, an apple juice. Sunny D, it's now referred to.
Oh,
named Sunny Delight prior to 2000, so it was Sunny D by the time this episode came out. Is an orange drink developed in 1963 by Doric Foods of Mount Dora, Florida, United States.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's just a. Is it a juice? Yeah, it looks like it's a juice, like an orange juice or an orange drink of some kind. Anyway.
Orange drink, yeah.
He says that Awesom-O doesn't. You're a robot, silly. You don't need any drink. And this is where I was starting to realize, Cartman's screwed.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's not eating and he's not drinking. And the payoff in the moment when he actually takes the helmet off is so good, isn't it? Yeah. But so he goes to get some Sunny Delight, and then the boys are at the door. So he tells them to go answer the door. And they ask, what are you doing? And then they realize, this guy's so committed to this. We can take advantage of this. So this is where Kyle asked for the celery sticks, as you were explaining earlier. Sucking my balls, Kyle. He's made in Japan. It's so good. He's made in Japan. And then Butters' mum is chatting to Leanne on the phone. And she says, it's good that they're playing together because Cartman's been having some emotional troubles lately. And she invites Cartman to join Butters in LA to visit his Aunt Nellie. And she says, he's supposed to be grounded for trying to exterminate the Jews a couple of weeks ago. I'm sorry, what was that? But she agrees and lets him go. And then we're in the kitchen. Butters walks in. Awesom-O is supposed to be getting food and drinks for the guys, but he's been looking for the tape. And then he says, the mum comes in and says, we're going to LA. And Butters is super excited, but lame. He realized, shit. So they arrive in LA. It's even just the clothing design's different. When they get to LA, everyone's in shorts and shirts.
A little brighter as
well. A few homeless people still looking. It's Hollywood.
Well, true.
But it's just the vibe with the people. They seem more up and ready.
Oh, yeah. A bit more bouncy.
More bouncy, exactly, yeah. So the flight had a 3-hour delay, but it doesnto matter.
See, I love how they just add these tiny little inconveniences just to make Cartman's plight all the worse.
3-hour delay?
Yeah, it's like going to LA in the robot suit is bad enough. 3-hour delay out of Denver? Oh, my God.
Yep, and then having to carry all the bags in. Yeah. And the uncle whispers, he really takes his playing robot thing very seriously. Never took it off, their costume off once. We have to commend Cartman, though, his commitment to the bit.
Oh, yeah.
Awesom-O must dispense waste. And I think it's at the end, I'll get to it. Or we'll just talk about it now, where he farts. And it's like, fart initiated. Or something. It's like, it smells too. Smell
sequence initiated.
Yeah. he's just going for it. But we'll get to that. So basically, he's arrived here. He's carrying all the bags. The uncle says that he's taking it very seriously. He's going to dispense some waste. Nellie offers some food. And Butters like, yeah, my robot doesn't need any food. Even Nellie's like, really? What are we doing here? Cartman then goes to the bathroom, and Trey Parker said this is one of his favorite bits of all time. Cartman taking off the helmet and eating toothpaste. Just getting what he can. He's resorted to eating toothpaste.
And he's got some green mold under his eyes or something, just looking completely depleted.
Yeah. It's so good. It's great because it's his fault, like I said.
Oh, yeah.
He realizes... It's almost like he realizes, this is me, this is my fault, I've done this to myself, I can't do anything about it.
He's pulled off so many elaborate and terrible scams.
And found a way out.
Yeah. Never had any punishment for it. So, this is like, a whole bunch of karmic punishment at once.
Yeah. And it was actually genius storytelling of Trey actually retelling and having Butter say, remember that time he did this? And having Leanne say, well, he tried to exterminate the Jews. To remind the viewer, this kid deserves this.
Oh, yeah.
He is a shithead who deserves everything that has come into him. So Butters then knocks on the door and says they're going sightseeing. Cue the next robot friend theme.
This time in LA.
Robot friend in LA, yeah.
A very special episode in LA.
That's it. That's what it is, isn't it? Yeah, it's like they're going traveling. They're at Galaxy Studios on tour with the Jaws ride and Catamount Pictures and whatnot. and it feels like, you're right, it feels like a special episode when like the Brady Bunch go to Hawaii.
That's exactly the one I was thinking
of. Why is that the go-to? The Brady Bunch, because I used to watch the Brady Bunch when I was a kid. My mum loved the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
As the Brady Bunch are in Hawaii. It felt like it was a big deal.
Because pretty much every time you saw the Brady Bunch, it was generally in their house, wasn't it?
That's true.
I can't recall many episodes where it was like, here's Jan at school, or something along those lines. It was generally...
Well, the school was there sometimes. Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, but I always remember just the Brady Bunch house.
In the backyard and whatnot.
And the backyard. And that was it, or the kitchen.
Yeah.
And that was generally where they hung out and generally where all the stories happened. So for them to leave the house, go to Hawaii, and for, all manner of shit to happen in Hawaii. Like, wasn't there like a spider or something? Or
they get trapped in some cave or something?
Yeah, and there's some weird like tiki token or something.
I think, pretty sure, I know Fonzie had to jump in the shop. I'm pretty sure Greg had some... He was like surfing.
Like a surfing accident? Yeah, like nearly broke his back or something.
What a cliffhanger.
Wow. It wasn't just one episode.
No.
It was like a big
I think it was 4 or something. I think it was 2 or 3 or something.
Yeah, so, I think we've answered our question as to why that's the go-to episode when you think of a very special episode. Well, there are very special episodes that usually deal with a sensitive subject.
Another one that rings true for me is the friends go to England.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, they're normally in New York, but now they're in England.
Except, did they... I mean, of course, they went to England, but it didn't really seem like, oh, okay, we're out front of Buckingham Palace or whatever. It just seemed like we're on the same old sets.
No. They filmed it all on location. They went to Buckingham Palace.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah, they went to everywhere. Yeah. They had Fergie on there.
Gonna have to tune back in for that one.
Yeah, they literally they filmed. I think there was some of it they filmed on set in the States. But a lot of it they filmed on location in the UK because basically they were like, we can't afford to pay everyone to come over.
So we'll come to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think you have, as I said, very special episodes that deal with sensitive special topics.
Yeah.
Then you have special event episodes like that Friends one you're talking about. Or
Go-to episodes, yeah.
Yeah, I like the Brain
Bart versus Australia.
Exactly.
Yeah, but this does start to feel like that. Just when they're walking around the studio, it's almost like they're on holiday, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they're on holiday, I guess. This is where Awesom-O suggests maybe we should spend some time apart. We've been together all this time because he just needs a break. And Butters points out there's the restaurant where the executives hang out to eat and come up with some ideas for movies and whatnot. And then we get the two guys. Mitch, we're smart, right? Yeah, we're really smart. And a little bit later we get, oh, that's right, you're the smart one. When he talks about it's not a robot, it's something else. But they need a feel-good romp for the whole family. A feel-good romp. Whoever came up with that is so great. A feel-good romp for the whole family. And they see everybody laughing at Awesom-O, and they're laughing at him because he's so stupid. I think that they're mocking him almost, aren't they?
Yeah, I was sort of on...
I'm pretty sure someone says, I was on such a stupid guess, because the kids asked, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Yeah.
And he's like, 17. That's such a stupid guess, or something like that.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't tell whether it's like, yeah, is everyone just making fun of this cardboard box pretending to be a robot?
Yeah.
Do they think it's, or do they think it's, what do you call it? Like an attraction at the place?
Maybe.
Like, people dressed up as Mickey Mouse or a Disney princess or something like that.
Like a mascot, yeah.
Yeah, mascot, that's right, yeah. And thinking, oh, well, this is all just part of the fun, part of the show.
A bit of a tease for Four Finger Discount. Took the kids to Disney on Ice to see all the Disney mascots. There's some stories.
Oh, my goodness.
But that's for Four Finger Discount, so tune into that show as well. But he says maybe, we can get this robot and we can reprogram it to come up with movie ideas. Exactly.
It's like, what does one say? How can a robot come up with better ideas than us?
Yeah, that's what the writers say. Yeah, but this is not a robot. And then Cartman's like, oh shit, no, it's a bipedal movement. The correct term is computerized automatron. Yeah, you're the smart one. And they say, given the current trends, suggest a movie that could break $100 million at the US box office. And we get the Sandler pictures. Sandler's in love with a girl, and it turns out to be a golden retriever or something. It's always something.
Oh, something.
Puppy love. And then, what's the other one? It's the billionaire one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like he inherits $1 billion, but he has to become like a boxer or something.
Yeah. What's it called?
Punch Drunk Billionaire.
That's it, yeah. Butters is then counting all the money they've made because they were paid $100 per idea. Let's work it out. So how much money? They made like 23 grand.
Oh, by the end, let's see, 2,305.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if my maths may be completely wrong here. It's something like $230,000.
Oh, that's like 200. Yeah,
$230,000, $230,500.
That's a lot of money. Yeah, so he's counting the money, and poor Cartman's like, "Is another great example." I love this. So Cartman's like, "Maybe you should share it with Awesom-O." No, you don't need it. You're a robot.
He's like, what are you going to do? Buy some robot pants?
Yeah. And then he's like, "But we're giving it to kids in third world countries," and Cartman just goes, "Ah." Yeah. You can feel the pain.
It's insult on top of injury.
Yeah. He's like,
which you deserve it.
Awesom-O feels faint. He needs to go lay down. And it cuts to the Pentagon, and they've got some intelligence that's come across that Awesom-O 4000 is his name, and he's come up with 1,000 movie ideas. He's being used by Catamount Pictures, 800 of them starring Sandler, and they're all just idiots. Like, oh, well, that's great. Wow, how does he do that? And they say, we need it. And the guy's like, well, why do we need it? To suggest anti-Islamic films? No. Turn it into a weapon. Oh, that's the best thing to do.
I think one of them said, I don't see how we have a choice.
It must be so fun being in the South Lake Writers Room, just coming up with stupid lines like that. I don't see how we have a choice.
Just absolute bullheaded lines.
And then Mr. Scientist enters. Every movie that involves the government has a scientist.
Oh, yeah, has the voice of reason.
Yeah, Mr. Scientist. And the guy, like the sergeant, never likes the scientist because he's speaking reason.
Oh, yeah, and generally has got a bit of a humanist feel to them as well. I mean...
It's literally... Goldblum in Independence Day.
Oh, yeah. Or do you know the movie Starman?
Yes.
Yeah. You've got, well, this is basically that they've expanded it out a little bit, but you've got the hard-headed military guys like, this alien's come to Earth, we need to catch it and dissect it.
Yeah.
And the scientist guy is like,
why?
This is an alien being from an alien civilization. It's one of my favorite lines. Imagine what we could learn.
Yeah.
Like,
we don't want to learn.
No, we just want to
kill.
No, we just want to find out what makes it tick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can we use it?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so good. It's just like, Mr. Scientist. But he says it's unethical. You cannot do this to this robot if it's been designed for entertainment. I think that's what he says. Even Japan, if we let Japan beat them, because they've obviously got some in Japan, it came from Japan. If we let them beat them to it, it could be Pearl Harbor with robots.
Yes, indeed. By the way, we should point out that Awesom-O is kind of a play on Awesom-O, or ASIMO, which is an acronym for Advanced Step in Innovative Mobility. I think they sort of reverse engineered that acronym, in all honesty. But it was developed by Honda in 2000 as a humanoid robot.
Yeah. What's the...
looks a little bit like Big Hero 6.
Yeah, that's true. What's the one that Musk has got now?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. Elon just comes up with so much stuff every day.
The Tesla robots, what are they called?
I keep thinking Boston Dynamics.
Just Tesla bots.
Tesla bot. Okay, then.
They're terrifying. Did you see when they had like the dinner party and they're just walking around and they're just like serving drinks, answering questions for people, and you're like, this is scary.
I know. I mean,
driving cars for people.
Yeah, one wants to be optimistic because, what's the option? You hear some people say this is going to usher in a new era of prosperity and a lack of need or want for the human race. And it's like, that'd be great. I hope I'm around long enough for that to happen. But, the pessimistic side goes, I don't know, I think it's going to make a handful of people extremely wealthy and the rest of it is going to be kind of like, please, sir, could I have some crumbs?
Can I see your robot, please,
yes.
sir? Please, sir, can I see your robot?
Yeah. The one thing that I remember recently was, those sort of robot dogs. They don't look like dogs at all.
Backflips and that.
Yeah. Someone put a Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon skin on it.
Oh.
So it looked like Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon, which is fucking adorable. And everyone's like, don't fall for this, man. We all know that the dragon's extremely cute. That's a robot. And they're probably going to use it for crowd control when you're out on the street saying, please, Daddy Elon, a couple of crumbs. So, yeah, I don't know, man.
I just Googled Tesla robot, and apparently a clip is going viral of a Tesla bot serving popcorn to guests at an event. So next time you go to the cinema, there's going to be Tesla bots there just serving you popcorn for you.
Well, there are fewer and fewer people there all the time, right?
Yeah. It's the one that sells you the ticket is also the one running the candy bar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They don't pay two people anymore.
No. And one person at the... Oh, God.
They don't have people ripping the ticket. They don't even care anymore.
I was about to say, do I do the thing where I show my age and say,
yeah,
I remember we used to go to the cinema and there was a thing called an usher. Yeah. A person who would say, your seat's over there, sir. Go over there.
Ask you how you going.
Yeah. Hope you enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So we've spent so much money on buying tickets to the kids' cinema here in Geelong, and every time we get there, but we just walk straight in. Like, there's no one in.
Yeah.
I'm like, we could have just walked in. Why have we spent $80 on tickets here? We're honest people. We would never do it. But I'm thinking, the last 3 or 4 times we've been there, there's been no one to rip my tickets. It's just walk in.
First of all, rip your ticket. You actually get in like a physical ticket there?
Oh, yeah. Scan the ticket, I should say. Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Saying that, though, last time, if you buy tickets at the booth...
Oh, it'll print them out.
It prints them out. And I was like, this is nice.
Something I'd hold in my hand.
Bad for the environment, but it's nice.
Is it bad? Is it as bad for the environment?
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough of that. Okay.
Old man.
It's related to what we're talking about in this episode, so I think we can run with it.
Yes, but yeah, it'd be like Pearl Harbor with robots, as I was saying, and the scientist brings up that there is no proof. There's no proof that Japan have any of these robots. You're paid to think, Mr. It's the pause each time, Mr. Scientist. And
just an absolute disrespect for knowledge.
Yeah, it says they're off to LA. He says, I want that robot. Butters is now on the phone with Aunt Nellie, just reminding the viewers that, yes, he is still staying with Aunt Nellie, but they're spending a lot of time at the studio. And Awesom-O is still pitching ideas. We've got Sandler here. He's in love with a coconut. He's straight on an island in love with a coconut or something.
Look, it's not too much of a stretch. Okay, Castaway was a big hit. What do people remember about Castaway? Oh, the relationship between Tom Hanks and Wilson.
Yeah.
How about we put a comedic spin on that Adam Sandler, lost on a tropical island. His only friend, a coconut, but he falls in love with the coconut. Puts a little straw wig on it.
Someone steals the coconut.
Yeah, yucks ahoy.
Yes. But then the president asks, Awesom-O, are you also a pleasure model? Are you designed to meet the needs of human beings or whatever? Awesom-O does not understand.
Let me show you.
We get a pretty dark gag here. So cut back out to Butters on the phone and we just hear, lame, super weak. And he's running away. Awesom-O runs off, gets caught by the government. But as he runs off, though, in the background, you just see the exec with his pants down, looking out the door. Yeah. But this is where the government has captured Awesom-O and Butters has seen it. And he's like, you've taken away my friend. What are we doing? We come back. And this here, it felt like, I'm watching this going, why did you say that? And then it makes sense a little bit later. Make sure his arms and legs are secure, blah, blah, blah. They did that to make you, to explain why Cartman doesn't just take the head off.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, Cartman could have just said, take my helmet off. I'm just a boy. It ruins the episode, though.
Well, they cut to that a little bit later as well, when it's like, oh my God, it's developed consciousness. And he's like, no, I'm a boy named Eric Cartman from South Park, Colorado. Like,
they're giving him memories.
They're giving memories. It's like, nice Blade Runner. Like, memories. You're talking about memories.
Yes. But
terrible Harrison Ford impersonation.
Cartman here powers himself back on and stand by, be ready to destroy it. He has no idea what's going on. The scientist the entire time, it's like he's on his side. He apologized. I'm so sorry.
Oh, yeah.
They want me to erase your memory, blah, blah, blah. But Cartman says, I'm alive. Oh, my God. It's developed consciousness.
I just love that the scientist has faith in, like, the transcendent power of technology. Yeah. It's like, we're all... Humanity is what we want. It's what we're all aiming towards. Humans should not try to be more robotic and more sort of analytics driven or something like that. Technology should be more human. Yeah. Maybe we'll meet in the middle. Who knows?
Who knows indeed. But it must be a malfunction of its hexagraphical IMS or the interlaced BV system. Speaking a language we can understand, Mr. Scientist. He doesn't know he's a robot. He thinks he's real. He thinks he's alive. And they ask him, who made you? Listen, no one made me. I am an 8-year-old boy from Colorado. Oh my God, he's got memories too. And they've programmed the memories of some 8-year-old boy. I'm sure this makes for better movies, doesn't it? The scientist refuses to reprogram him. I need to remind you of your duty to your country,
Mr. Scientist.
And they order that the memories and the consciousness be erased so they can take it to Washington. Damn you, what a hell. It's the dramatics of it all.
I know, and the memory erasure process seems pretty gnarly. It's a big drill in the head.
It's not just flicking a switch.
Oh, no.
No.
Or a little electric shock or something like that. It's like, no, we're really getting in there.
This is where we get the sad version of Robot Friend. I had a robot friend. And he sees the van. And it cuts to them about to drill into Awesom-O's head. And he's like, Jesus Christ, I'm a boy. And they're about to go in, but the scientist saves the day, doesn't he? He knocks the guy out, and the government walk in. What are you doing? If you have to kill me if you want to get to him. Oh no, if you want to kill me, you have to get through me. And
Cartman's about to
save the scientist.
Save the day.
Yeah. And then unfortunately Butters comes in, so he puts it back on, and that spells doom for these scientists who get shot. Then Butters begs his best friend, no, please don't do this. This is just very much every boy best friend alien movie, whatever. Oh, yeah. And the government all start crying. You want to tell me that this isn't humanity? Does this make me human? He's pulling out his organs, and he dies, of course. Then the sergeant says, we as a society, we need to realize that the artificial intelligence is intelligence all the same, and we can learn from the robots. But then Cartman farts.
But it's true. I mean, sorry to sort of keep going over this thing, but I mean, artificial intelligence, what is it except the sum of everything that we've put into the world? Or cyberspace or whatever,
we've told it what to think.
Yeah.
It's like we've created something that we're telling it what to think, and then it starts thinking, well, don't think that much though. You think what we tell you.
Damn it.
But then, as we said, Cartman farts. I just love it smells too. And Butters like, wait a minute, and he's about to take the head off, and it cuts to the Britney Spears footage of him as Britney Spears dancing in the backyard and come and touch my titties. And
one thing you can say for Cartman, he commits to any bit that he commits to, whether it's being Awesom-O or being Britney. He just goes all in.
Yeah, he does indeed. And everyone's just laughing at him. We get the F word, as we said. And I think Cartman just says weak or lame.
Lame.
I think it's lame.
It might be lame.
Either way, he's not impressed. He's now, after all that hard work.
He's a laughing stock.
After all that hard work, it's just backfired.
Yeah, and he's the laughing stock that he wanted to make Butters.
Yeah, but the question is, will he learn his lesson? I'm going to say no.
Nope. Yep.
It's not going to work at all. So that's the end of our Awesom-O. Yeah, an episode that, just as relevant, if not more relevant, 20 years later when it originally aired. So good. There's so... At the start of this review, I said I didn't find it one of the best ones, but when you really review it, it's actually pretty good. Like, it's actually great.
Oh, yeah.
And a story that shouldn't have this many levels of depth to it. They managed to pull it off.
One of my favourite sayings when it comes to entertainment, it's as dumb as you like or as smart as you need. And this episode is both.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You said that last week on an episode. What was it? It may have been South Park. You said it for something.
Did I say last week? Oh, God.
Yeah, an episode that I just reviewed, you said that one line. No, it might have been Waverly Hills. It was one of the episodes we did last week. Yeah.
Well, a good line is worth repeating.
Maybe you heard it on the podcast and it's become your new saying of the week.
I've been saying that since... I've been saying that for God knows how long.
Every week for the rest of my whole life, guys.
Pretty much.
Yes. But yeah, Awesom-O, fantastic episode. Hope you guys enjoyed our review. Next episode of Going Down to South Park, we shall be reviewing The Jeffersons.
Oh.
You know what The Jeffersons is?
I'm not ignorant.
Michael Jackson.
You treat me like I'm ignorant.
Yeah. Michael Jackson episode. I can't wait for this.
Oh, my goodness.
Michael Jefferson. Finally, we got into I think that 6 through 8 feels like it's just been... This has been the peak of South Park, hasn't it?
Are we in golden age?
I think this is golden age. Because I've spoke to a couple of friends of mine who are South Park, like diehards. And I said, where are you up to? I said, season 8. They go, yeah, that's like peak. So they said 6 through 9. That's the show excelling at its best.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, we're going to be talking about it, so keep on listening, please.
Yeah, next week is the Jeffersons episode of South Park. Actually, next week, I do apologize. I got it wrong. Next week is the mailbag /news.
Oh.
And you have to wait another week for the Michael Jackson episode. But it's worth the wait.
You got me all excited.
Worth the
Much
wait.
like Michael Jackson does.
Definitely worth the wait. If you want to get
It's like you want to be starting something.
Yeah. If you want to get your name read out on next week's show, you're just going to be a supporter of ours on Patreon, where we read out the name of all of our supporters. Oh, Cheesy Poofs. But no, actually not cheesy. We do Cheesy Poofs every week. If you're just a supporter but not a Cheesy Poof, you get your name read out once on that month's mailbag episode.
Yes. So if you needed more inspiration or motivation to become a patron,
Do so.
That's all you need.
Also, don't forget to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you do find this podcast. Leave a few kind words as well. We do love reading all the nice reviews. Not necessarily the bad ones, but the good ones. We like reading those ones. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube. Give this video a thumbs up and tell us in the comments what you thought of the episode as well as our review as well. Love to hear from each and every single one of you.
Yes, indeed. Show that algorithm who's boss.
Exactly, indeed. And you're going to be seeing a lot more clips here of Going Down to South Park, not run through an AI generator, created by yours truly. Takes a lot of time, but it's worth it.
I might even learn how to edit. Who knows?
Might _
Oh, yeah. In italics.
Yes. All right, guys. Thank you so much for all of your support here at Going Down to South Park. As we said, next week is the mailbag, then followed by the Jeffersons. But for now, Mr. Davis, any final words for those incredible viewers / listeners out there?
Not so much for the viewers and listeners, but more for you and more an apology. Smell sequence initiated.